More information tonight about the missing woman from Fowler.
Police are now saying the case is connected to another missing persons case out of Chicago. News 18's Elizabeth Rentschler has been following the story all day and has more on why police say the case keeps getting stranger and stranger. Elizabeth.
68-year-old Nina Metoyer was first reported missing last Wednesday, and since then, police say they've learned even more about the case, including its connection to a missing man from Chicago who they say has been missing for several years.
On my career of having worked a lot of different cases, I've never seen one quite like this before.
Fowler Police Chief Dennis Rice spent the day Tuesday combing through information in the missing persons case of 68-year-old Nina Metoyer. It's a case he says leaves more questions than answers.
There's no indication she was abducted, just that she's just not there anymore, and we don't have all the answers.
It all began back on September 20th when Rice says the department was contacted by a woman from Chicago. The woman told police her brother had been missing for 2 years, and she recently discovered he once had a relationship with 49-year-old Teresa Jarding from Fowler. That's when the woman showed up to Jarding's home, but Jarding wouldn't answer.
She went to that address to try to make contact with her. She asked for our assistance. We weren't able to make contact with the lady either.
A few days later, police were contacted again, this time by Jarding's children, who say they hadn't heard from her or their 68-year-old grandmother, Nina Metoyer. Metoyer came up from Florida to care for Jarding, who had medical issues. This time, when police showed up to check on Jarding, they found her inside her home in medical distress.
There was a handgun laying beside her. We didn't know if it had anything to do with her condition when we found her or not. It turned out the handgun has nothing to do with with her condition or her medical issues. Nothing suspicious or crime related.
But what is suspicious, Rice says, is that Metoyer was not home at the time of the visit and has yet to be found. Her car and belongings were still at the home. As for Jarding, she was later taken to a hospital where she died from medical-related issues.
Anytime someone's missing longer, the longer it goes, the more concerned we become. Somewhere we will find her, and hopefully she'll be okay.
Chief Dennis Rice says they interviewed family members over the weekend and will continue to do so throughout the week. As for the missing man from Chicago, Rice says he's been identified as 51-year-old Milan Lakich. Elizabeth